Hello students, welcome to English class. So today I'll be discussing tension from Unit 8, Section 1. Unit 8, Section 1, and the name of the chapter is tension. Okay. So let me give a brief intro about Tennyson. So who was a Tennyson? Tennyson was a very prominent musician, Indian classical musician. Okay. So he was born at Gwalior and his full name is Ramtanu Pandey. So I am going to tell all about today about Tennyson. Okay. So what are the rhythms, raga he can sing, and what are the problems he faced in his life, and to whom he got married. All about Tennyson I am going to discuss. Okay, how he was he became a very successful musician, Indian classical musician. Okay, so let us start with the chapter. You may have heard the name of Tennyson, the greatest musician our country has produced. Yes, as I told you, who was a very prominent, that is important, Indian classical musician. He was an Indian classical musician. His full name was Ramtanu Pandey. Okay, he was born at Gwalior. Okay, so he worked at Akbar's court also. I'll tell all these things in this chapter. So he was the prominent musician produced by India, who was born in India. Okay, a singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Okay, a singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife, they used to live in Gwalior. Okay, so the Gwalior, Behat. Okay, in an area of Behat, they used to live at Gwalior. Gwalior, there is a place called Behat. Okay, so Tennyson was their only child. Okay, so Tennyson was their only child. Mukundan Mishra and his wife's only child was Tennyson. Okay. It is said that he was a naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. So Tennyson used to be very naughty, okay, that disobedient. If his parents used to tell, do this one, he never did this one, he ran that side, this side, doing the naughtiness, okay. So not obedient to his parents, doing running here and there, playing all the time, that kind of, he was a very naughty child, okay, that is disobedient child, okay. So and he was very talented, and immediately he used to play, he used to go to forest and play, and he imitated, very soon he learned to imitate, okay, the birds, the voice of the birds and the animals. He started to imitate them. He learned the imitation, he used to imitate properly, and he learned the talent very nicely, okay. So he used to imitate the voice of animals and birds. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was once traveling through the forest with his disciples. So a famous singer named Swami Haridas. Okay, so he was traveling with his disciple. One day he was traveling with his disciple, with his followers, with his group. Okay, you can say disciples means followers or a group, you can say. So he was followers. He was traveling with his followers to the jungle one day. Who was traveling with his group? Swami Haridas. Okay. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tennyson saw them. So while traveling, they became tired. The disciples of the Swami Haridas, okay, they became very tired, and they thought of taking rest under group of trees. Grove is said to be as a group of trees, okay, under the tree shade. They thought of taking rest under the tree shade, okay, so under the shade of the tree. What happened at that time? Tennyson saw them, okay. So what did the Tennyson do with them? What was the naughtiness he did with him, okay. So he hid behind a tree and rode like a tiger. Yes, the naughtiness of the Tenson is that he took the voice because he learned to imitate the voice of animals. Okay, so he saw them. He saw the Swami Haridas and his disciples were resting under the tree, under the group. Okay, under the group of tree, under the shade of tree. Okay, so he thought that I have to take the voice of a tiger roaring when the tiger makes a noise that is said to be a roar. Okay, so he hid inside. He hid in the tree. Okay, he hid behind the tree and started roaring. Started making the noise of tigers. Okay, so imitating the voice of tigers. He started imitating. Okay, so the little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. After hearing the roar, okay, they thought, yes, the tiger nearby, some tigers are there nearby us, some tiger is there or some tigers are there nearby us, and they scattered, okay, the discouraged, they got fear that, oh, my tiger came, okay, so tiger came, I can hear the noise of a tiger, roaring of a tiger, but it was not a tiger, a little boy Tenson. He imitated the voice of tiger. Okay, so at that time what did Haridas told? Don't be discouraged, don't get fear, don't get afraid. Okay, so he called all the disciples together. Okay, so he called all the disciples. He said to all the disciples that don't get feared, nothing will happen. All the tigers are all the time tigers are not harmful. Okay, so just don't get scattered, don't get discouraged, don't get feared. Okay, he told to his disciples. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let us look for this one. Yes, so Swami Haridas said that tigers are always not dangerous. Okay, so let us look for the tiger. Okay, which tiger? Okay, which tiger was roaring here? Suddenly one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There was no tiger here, master, he said, only this little boy. So suddenly from their group, so from the Swami Haridas groups, one man saw a little boy and he said to Swami Haridas, Guru, here is no tiger, okay, only I can see a little boy, okay. So who is hiding behind the tree? There are no tiger here, master, he said, only this little boy. Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tenson's fathers and said, your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. So after hearing that there was no tiger, only a little boy was there whose name is Tenson. So after who took the voice of a tiger, okay, who imitated the voice of a tiger. So Swami Haridas, after hearing this, after knowing this, this is the little boy was a tiger, acting as a tiger, taking the voice, imitating the voice of a tiger to get them frightened. Okay, so after hearing this, Swami Haridas never give any punishment to him. Okay, and he directly went to Tenson's father. Okay, Tenson's family, meet to Tenson family, and he said that he didn't give any punishment to Tenson, and he said to his father that your little boy is very, talented. Okay, talented. I think I can make him a great singer. Okay. So Tenson was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music and became a great singer. So after that, Tenson went along with Swami Haridas to learn singing. Okay, so at that time, he was just 10 years old when he went along with Swami Haridas. So 11 years he learned music. He was along with Swami Haridas 11 years. Okay, so 11 years he learned music and he started singing, practicing the songs. Okay, so he started learning music and one day he became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. So at the practice of the music, okay, at that time, within that 11 years, Tenson's Tenson's parents died. Okay, so Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tenson should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. So his father's last wish was that his son Tenzin, okay, want to visit Muhammad Ghaz of Gwalior, okay, who was a holy man, okay. So who was a saint man? Holy is, you can say, saint man, okay, who was a holy man, okay. So Tenzin's father name was Mukundan Mishra. His last wish was that his son should visit Muhammad Ghaus, who is at Gwalior, okay. So Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. So Mukundan Mishra, that is Tenzin's father, was devoted, very loyal and very loving person to whom? Very loving person to Muhammad Ghaus. Okay, so he was very loyal to Muhammad Ghaus and he often visited Muhammad Ghaus. Okay, while living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tenzin was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignani. So he went, to fulfill his father's last wish, he went to meet Muhammad Ghaus, and while living with Muhammad Ghaus, he was often taken to Rani court. Okay, so he often used to meet Rani Mrignani, who was a great musician, okay. So Rani Mrignani was a great musician herself, okay, herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court. Her name was Husaini, okay. So there Tenzin met, okay. So in the court of Rani Mrignani, there he met one lady whose name was Husaini. He got married with that lady, okay. So who got married? Tenzin got married with that lady, and his wife's name was Husaini, okay. So Tenzin went to Akbar's court in 1556. At the year 1556, he visited to Akbar court, okay. So Akbar was a king, okay. So and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. So soon he became the great favorite person of an emperor Akbar, okay. So he became the favorite person of an emperor Akbar, name Akbar. Akbar would call upon Tenzin to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often he would just walk into Tenzin's house to hear him practice. So Tenzin became the favorite person of Akbar. So Akbar would call anytime Tenzin, maybe a day or night, anytime he calls Tenzin, and he asked him to sing, okay. He asked him to sing, and the emperor Akbar enjoys his singing, okay. So he feels very happy of hearing Tenzin's songs, okay, hearing Tenzin's voice, okay. Not only that, the king Akbar used to go to his home while Tenzin was practicing his songs, okay, and he used to listen his practice also, because Tenzin became a very favorite person of Akbar because of his voice, because of his singing, okay, talent, okay. Quite often Akbar used to visit his home to see the practice, to hear the practice of songs of Tenzin. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tenzin. So Akbar gave many presents, many gifts, okay, to Tenzin. After hearing this person Tenzin became a favorite person of Akbar. So many people of the court, okay, that is courtier, okay, so many people, those who go to the court of Akbar, and as an advisor or as an you can say a companion, okay, of a king, they used to go to the court. They are said to be a courtier, okay. So courtier became very jealous of seeing that day by day Tenzin becoming favorite of Akbar, and he is getting lots of present and lots of praises from the Akbar, okay. So the courtiers become very jealous of seeing all these things. We shall never be able to rest till Tenzin is ruined, they declared. Okay, the courtier decided they want to ruin Tenzin. Okay, that means they want to damage or harm, or you can say collapse Tenzin. Okay, so they will never rest. Okay, they don't want to rest until they ruin Tenzin. Okay, so they declared this one. One of the courtiers Shaukat Mia had a bright idea. So one of the courtier here, Shaukat Mia. Okay, the Shaukat Mia. The name of one of the courtier was a Shaukat Mia. Suddenly he got one idea to destroy, one idea to ruin Tenzin. How to ruin Tenzin? Because they decided they want to ruin, they want to collapse. I mean, they want to damage, they want to harm Tenzin. Okay, so they don't. They feel very jealous. Tenzin was becoming popular day by day, and the Emperor Akbar started liking the Tenzin, and Tenzin day by day becoming the favorite of Emperor Akbar. So because of that, they have jealousiness. Okay, so they want to ruin his career. They want to ruin Tenzin. Okay, so this is because of they decided to ruin Tenzin. Okay, so because of this, one of the courtier named Shaukat Mia, he decided to he got suddenly one idea. What was the idea? Let's see. Shaukat Mia went to Akbar and said, "We don't think Tenzin is a great singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Raga Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly." So Shaukat Mia went to King Akbar's court, okay, and told to Akbar that I don't think so that Tenzin is a very good singer, okay, or very popular, okay. Don't think Tenzin is a great singer. Let us test him. He gave the idea to King Akbar, Emperor Akbar. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Raga Deepak, okay? Tell him to sing Raga Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly. Raga Deepak was one kind of a music which is very hard to sing, okay? Very hard to sing, okay? Tell him to sing the Raga Deepak. It is a myth, okay? It is a myth that if anybody sings the Raga Deepak, it creates a fire, okay? It creates fire. Actually, it is a myth, okay? So, if anybody sings, Raga Deepak was so much of a tough rhythm, okay? Raga Deepak is a tough singing process or a tough rhythm, you can say. Anybody cannot sing the Raga Deepak so easily. If anybody can sing, that might, the Raga Deepak can create what? Fire, okay? So, tell him to sing Raga Deepak, okay? Tell him to sing Raga Deepak, then only we'll decide whether Tenzin is a very great singer or not. I don't think so that Shaukat Mia said, I don't think so that Tenzin is a very popular or very great singer, okay? If he sings the Raga Deepak, then only we can tell that, he's a great singer. He gave this idea to Akbar. Shaukat Mia gave this idea to Akbar because of his jealousy. He was very jealous of Tenzin, okay. Of course, he can sing it. Tenzin can sing anything, Akbar said. So, on reply, Akbar said to Shaukat Mia, yes, of course, Tenzin can sing anything. Okay, Raga Deepak also he can sing. He can sing anything. He is a very great singer. Tenzin is a very great singer. So, this Akbar replied to Shaukat Mia. Okay, Tenzin was afraid but could not disobey the king. Very well, my lord, he said, but give me time to prepare myself. So, when Emperor Akbar told to Tenzin that you sing, one day you sing Raga Deepak, okay. So, Tenzin, after hearing this, Tenzin became very afraid. He became very afraid, and he cannot disobey king, okay. So, since king told to sing him, he cannot disobey King Akbar, okay, Emperor Akbar, he cannot disobey. So, he requested Emperor Akbar, of course, I'll sing my king. So, please give me some time to prepare this, some time to prepare this raga, okay. So, Akbar gave him time to prepare this raga, that is Raga Deepak, okay. Tenzin went home. He had never been more downcast and unhappy. I can sing the raga, he told his wife, but the heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes. So, Tenzin went home after saying to Akbar this, of course, please give me some time to prepare Raga Deepak. So, he went to home and he said his wife, I can sing Raga Deepak. He became very upset, okay. He became very upset, that down stress, okay. So, he became hopeless and he became unhappy, okay, by thinking this was Raga Deepak was a very tough rhythm, okay, very tough raga, okay, very tough raga, and if I sing this, it will burn me. Not only it will light up, not only it will not only it will lamp a light, but it will also burn me to ashes. Okay, as I already told you, it was a myth that if anybody sings Raga Deepak, it creates a fire. Okay, singing Raga Deepak can create fire. Okay, so he told his wife, I can sing, there is no problem of singing, but I am discouraged, or I am afraid that it might light a fire, it might lamp a light. Okay, it might lamp a light, and it may also burn me into ashes. Because of this he was quite unhappy, and he was hopeless. Okay, so then he got an idea. If someone sings Raga Megh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. At the same time, he got idea. Tenzin got one idea. Okay, I can sing Raga Deepak, and if at the same time, if anybody sings Raga Megh, okay, so that is also a very difficult, okay, Raga, that is, you can say, rhythm, music, okay, very difficult music. If anybody, difficult song. So if anybody sings Raga Megha, at that time what happens? The rain comes. It is also a myth that if if you sing the Raga Deepak, it creates a fire, and if you sing the Raga Megh, it brings rain. Okay. So he said that if at that time when I am singing Raga Deepak, at that time if anybody sings Raga Megh, so it will bring rain, and it will save me from the burning process. Okay, and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupavati could do it, he said. So he suggested, okay, so he suggested, and he said to his wife, our daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupavati can sing this song. Okay, so he made this idea, he told this idea to his wife, okay, and his daughter to sing, and his daughter's friend to sing this while he sings his Raga Deepak. Okay, so he taught the two girls to sing Raga Megh. They practiced day and night for 2 weeks. So he taught the two girls to sing Raga Megh, and they practiced day and night how to sing the Raga Megh. Okay. Tenzin, you said to them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. So Tenzin also instructed the two girls, okay, one his own daughter, and one his daughter's friend. Okay, his own daughter name is Saraswati, and his her friend name is, Saraswati's friend name is what? Rupavati. He instructed them, when the light lamps, okay, at that time only you sing the Raga Megha. Okay, Raga Megha. Okay. So when whole town assembled to hear Tenzin sing Raga Deepak, when he began to sing, the air became warm. So the whole town assembled together. Okay, so assembled together, the whole town came together to see how Tenzin sings the Raga Deepak, which is a very difficult song, which is a very difficult raga. Okay, if anybody sings if anybody sings it, this Raga Deepak creates a fire. Okay, so whole town assembled, whole town came together to see this one, how the Tenzin sings this tough, rhythm, this tough raga. Okay, so Tenzin started singing. At that time, what happened? At that time, the air became warm. Okay, the surroundings air, so the air became, okay, the air became warm. As I already told you, this one, if anybody sings Raga Deepak, it creates a fire and it creates warmness. Okay, and it burns those who sings. It burns and makes it into ashes. Okay, so whoever the singer is. Okay, at that time. So when Tenzin started singing Raga Deepak, at that time what happened? The surroundings became very warm. Okay, the air became warm. Okay, soon people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. The leaves on the trees dried up and fell to the ground. Okay, so very soon, okay, As soon as the air became warm, the people around, they started sweating. Okay, they started bathing with a sweat, okay, because of the hotness, okay, because of the hotness of the atmosphere, because of the hotness which is present in the air, because of the Raga Deepak, okay. So as he started singing Raga Deepak, at that time itself the air became warm. Because of the warmth, the people, the audience around, okay, those who came to see, okay, so the audience around them started sweating, okay, they started bathing with perspications, okay, so they started bathing with perspiration. Perspiration is a sweat, you can say, process of sweating. They started sweating because of the hotness, okay. The leaves on the trees dried up because of warmth of the air. The leaves on the trees were dried up and started to fall down, okay, started to fall to the ground. At once Saraswati and Rupavati began to sing Raga Megh. At that time, at the but seeing the situation that people are getting sweated because of the warmth of the air, okay, which is created by singing Raga Deepak, okay. So after seeing that, immediately Saraswati and her friend Rupavati started singing Raga Megh, which brings rain and cools down the atmosphere and cools down the warmth of the air, okay. So after seeing this, they started singing Raga Megh. The sky clouded over and the rain comes down. So after singing the Raga Megh, the sky became full of cloud. The sky was covered with cloud and started raining, okay. So Tenzin was saved. The story goes that he became very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry that he had caused him so much suffering. So when his daughter and her friend started singing Raga Megh, at that time the cloud covered the sky and the rain came down, okay. So and the rain started to begin and cool the atmosphere, and at that time Tenzin was saved from the warmth of Raga Megh, okay. So sorry, Raga Deepak, okay. So it's after seeing this, Akbar became very Akbar said to Tenzin that he made Tenzin to suffer, okay, he made Tenzin to suffer. So after this, what happened? The story goes that became very ill. After this, the Tenzin became very ill after singing the Raga Deepak. The Akbar was sorry that he caused him to suffer. Akbar was very sorry, sorry, and he said to Tenzin that I caused you to suffer, okay, I made you to suffer in this situation, okay. He punished Tenzin enemies. So after understanding the ideas of all these things, Akbar punished the enemies of Tenzin, okay. When Tenzin got well, the entire city rejoiced. After that, the Tenzin became, well, and the entire city was full of joy. They started rejoicing, okay. They became very happy. Tenzin remained Akbar's court singer till 1585. So Tenzin remained as a singer in Akbar's court till 1585, okay. When he died, Tenzin tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musician, okay. Tomb, you can say, mausoleum also you can say. Tomb is a tomb where the dead persons are buried, okay. So his tomb is in Gwalior, and that tomb became as a pilgrimage for the musician. So Tenzin was a very great musician, and he remained as a singer in Akbar court up to 1585, okay. On 26th April 1586, Tenzin died, okay. So here ends the discussion of this chapter. If you have any questions, any doubt regarding this chapter, you can call me between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. to get it clarified with all your doubts. Thank you.